One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Camp Randall Stadium, home to the Wisconsin Badgers. As we'll see the national champions from last year, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on another SEC rival, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Buckeyes will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down. Got his man on the right. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes or goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41. Line getting set on second down. Wants to go up top. Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Wants to keep it in the air. This time he's got it. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And that was a really good job by the defense. Again, keeping everything in front of you in that situation, and now you're rewarded with the third and long. So on this down, we'll see if they bring some pressure or if they lay back and play zone.
Moves around to clear up the vision. Zings it complete to the right. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. There he goes. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And every team has their script, and they want to get the game off on this foot, and they want to make sure that they have balance and get these plays in and assert the line of scrimmage. Run the football, and they do. They create the explosive run, and they open this football game with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Receiver comes in motion. Back to pass, it's Sayin. Wasting no time taking a shot. Wide open, he makes the catch. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he tacks on the extra point. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. Out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or...
Pulls it in down the sideline. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42.
What a throw on first down on the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take...
Snags it at the 30 and still running. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense. Seeing the running back. Don't let that dude who's super fast, elusive, catch the ball in space. Nice job staying glued to him. As soon as he caught that puppy, he got drilled.
Gonna swing it on second down. Deep shot for the end zone. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they turn it into a defensive score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. He's got it. He can take this back for two. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the right. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really...
Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And he's picked up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. He's got it still on his feet. That completion takes him down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end, make the throw. No, it's not a big gain, but makes life really easy on me on second down.
The corners are walked up tight. They'll try the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Fighting his way for every inch, but he still needs a few more. He stops short of the goal line. The Buckeyes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Trying to pound it in. And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter. We're through 1, and what a back-and-forth battle between these 2 quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Motion from the wide receiver. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Yeah, and I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football. Now you got a 4th down situation.
To the air. It's Sayin. Touchdown, Ohio State. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And that is why timing is so important in the passing game. That is a critical 4th down. Down near the goal line, everything's going to happen quickly. It's got to be a great route. The quarterback has to get rid of it on time and make an accurate throw. 2 dudes on the exact same page coming up with a massive touchdown down near the goal line on 4th down.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
Stopped at the 44, but he got 10 on the play.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well. He really helps out the running game because he's not in a rush. He just takes his time and carves his way through the defense.
Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback making adjustments. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. It's complete. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. The Badgers come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff to Jones.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Looking to take a shot. And it's picked off for the third time today. Takes it back to the 24-yard line, and this defense loves to feast on takeaways.
Well, that's the second pick in as many series now for this quarterback. But, David, I love the defense right now and the way they're reading and reacting to all these route concepts. I mean, they...
Gonna take a shot. And incomplete on the deep ball. Let's talk just for a second about Ohio State. They got a huge boost to their defensive front in recruiting last week. 5-star backer, verbal commitment, some future help in the form of this guy, David.
Oh, baller. And these are the guys that they play running back and all over the field in high school because they're so big and strong and athletic. And it's a guy that you count on. They can come in right now and play day one with that size-speed combination.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Fires left. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line.
And that is a big-time play for the offense. The defense knew coming into this game they had to keep this guy bottled up and keep him in the pocket. That didn't happen there. He was able to buy time, extend the play. Receivers are in scramble drill mode. He finds a guy. He's accurate.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box. Still, this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
We always talk about the Wisconsin ground game, but the Badgers have had some efficient quarterbacks in recent years, too.
And just finding the guy that fits, right? They're a scheme fit, a system fit. Finding that guy that can be a complement to the run game, that's what you want with a great Wisconsin offense.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Motion from the back. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the grab. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. Couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Pocket breaking down. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards. We're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing a nice job seeing the field, reading coverages, and finding his open.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger!
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going well, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Looking to the big tight end. He's got an open man. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Throwing on the run. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Under fire. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Badgers will kick it away to crank up the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. Makes a catch at the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
One of the things I love about this quarterback, David, is that he keeps his eyes downfield when he gets outside the pocket. He might have had an opportunity to take off running with that, but he knew he had an opportunity for an even bigger play. And how about the run after the catch?
And that's great. You love that about the quarterbacks, but it's so frustrating when you got a guy that just breaks the contain of the pocket, breaks down your defense. Now you got to cover longer in the back end, and you could tell he comes free, he sees him, catches it, and walks right into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Got his man downfield. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
Nice read and nice throw. And I know Wisconsin quarterbacks always get the unfair moniker that they're game managers, and it's because they've always been a great rushing offense. Just got to complete a couple throws and keep the offense on schedule. But when you think about the offenses where they've had a difference maker, a guy like Russell Wilson that were able to throw on first down, take shots, just make them so much more explosive. I think this guy has some of those traits too.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Throw him to the spot, and that's exactly what he did to pick up the first down.
And that's so many hours of doing this together. You know exactly when he's going to break on that out route. You know what kind of speed he has because you've thrown it so many times. Nice rhythm and timing, and you could tell that was experience between receiver and quarterback.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
To the air on 2nd down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
The snap sets up to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense has it with really good field position. DBs will try to keep everything in front. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, it's Sayin. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it! And he's into the end zone! Touchdown, Buckeyes! And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields. Might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills, and they've got it at the receiver position. So
another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Ohio State. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
The Big 12 has become must-see TV, and fellas, today's clash is no different. Kansas is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Big J isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over Iowa State. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes from Big 12 country, you'll hear about it here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Wants to fire on second down. A strike downfield. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on. That time made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice catch by the running back because that ball's in the air a long time. You're throwing it all the way out to the flat like that. He looked like a receiver making that catch and getting extra yards.
They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Handoff from the gun. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The Badgers will snap it on 1st and 10. This is a designed run. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Now the play fake. Quick strike complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Badgers!
Hey, Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score.
Wisconsin, 28.
He'll bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Palmer. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
Grab near the marker. It's Lee. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That 1st down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock.
Time to take a shot. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Bust through behind his pad. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the pummeling has started. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
Yeah, salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
Wisconsin, 28.
And he's not going to take the touchback. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Just a short pass to the tight end. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Keeps it on the draw. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Of 3. Brings up 3rd down.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Finds his man in the middle. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line, and it'll be 4th down. Wants to adjust the pattern. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a catch, 1st down, and maybe a lot more. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Badgers are rolling down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. They stop him at the 42, but they get it across midfield, pick up 10 and the first down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Rides the back on the option, the give. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo. Motion from the wideout. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the right. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Firing toward the end zone. Wide open downfield. If you like the stats, and I know you do, he's over 400 yards passing now.
Yeah, if they win this game, he's getting a game ball. There's no doubt about it. This guy has been on fire from the very start of this football game. He's been throwing bullets all over the field.
The Badgers line it up with a 1st and goal. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Pollard.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football. That's why they featured him today.
With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do.